Yo, it's your boy G Dizzle G Squad. We back with another goddamn banging ass video. Now look, I don't know what the hell going on. I don't even know why like Nut got smoked. I heard he was snitching, but I don't know who he was snitching on or what was going on specifically. So we just finna keep going into it and let the goddamn my boy right here, whoever he is, I forgot his name. I know his thinking Strap Lord Ross, tell us what's going on. You in? But before we get into that video, y'all know what to do. Part 3, part skinny. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, guapboyg, and Twitter, guapboyg. Without further ado, flame your thonky wonky up, and let's get into the video. What's that?
In the midst of the death of Big Nut, the war between YSL and YSL was heating up in the street.
For sure, of course it's gonna heat up.
A lot of the beef in the area was kept offline, especially considering in 2015, when Nut's life was taken, both Thug and Lucci was still relatively early on in their careers.
Oh God!
At this point, the kind of gang
can't even put that shit on the internet
around these two artists was subject to far less scrutiny. However, in 2016, as Yfn Lucci's career begins to pick up steam, he appears in a number of on-camera interviews. He reveals just how real his life in the streets of Atlanta has truly gotten. Karen Civil that his family home had been the target of numerous shootings.
The house got shot up. I was out of town though, man. I get a call, my mom don't say the house got shot. They ain't even pull up in front of the house. They pull up like right here, and they was just shooting it like, you know, sideways.
Weird shit.
In the street. They was in the street.
Weird as hell, shorty.
Yes,
weird as hell. Why are you gonna shoot a nigga mama house, man? Come on, his mama house.
But that wasn't the only time. Apparently they came back, and this time Lucci's own mother was left injured.
He ain't even really want to say it.
Man, hell nah.
How did he say it happened again? We hop out, we come over here. Jew was in here, my big brother Juju was in here.
You gotta move your family up out of there.
And my little girl and my mama and her friends. Both of them.
Definitely gotta move your family up out of there.
Whilst he was forthcoming to Karen Civil about the details of the shooting, when asked about who did it in a Vlad TV interview, Lucci was much less forthcoming.
You don't know who did it. Street code, right?
So at this point,
he said fake ass laugh again. That means we ain't saying nothing, keeping it big, keeping it in the streets.
But even worse than involving mothers is involving children.
For sure.
As the beef goes on, you will see that rappers on both sides of this feud aren't afraid to take it there, bringing their own ops kids into the beef just to goad their rivals.
I don't know why.
In 2016, Yfn Lucci took to Instagram to wish Young Thug's daughter a happy birthday, posting a video of her face, which I'm definitely not going to put in this video. An incredibly honest and serious message from Yfn Lucci to Young Thug. But
wait, Thug daughter died?
Message sent on social media for the whole world to see.
Thug daughter died?
Thug. That same month, he also took to Twitter, saying that Young Thug's fiancée Jerica misses being on the couch with Lucci.
Ah, shit.
Young Thug would cry if he saw the DMs between Lucci and Jerica. Lucci would go on to post the unverified but supposed messages between him and Jerica, which weren't really damning or necessarily verifiable, but at the very least, if true, they would know that Jerica had been to visit Lucci.
Damn.
Lucci attempted to back up that unverifiable with a tweet saying,
I hope that's not Jerica for real.
Saying that he's got someone's hoe on a leash, going on to infer that he stole a rich person's girl, and atting Jerica directly saying that he misses her.
Damn, it's crazy.
Another tweet to suggest that her denying this is a lie. And
she's crazy.
Ending his tirade by tweeting out 3 L's, which I assume were aimed at Young Thug. Now, Thug eventually replied in a tweet suggesting that Lucci was
the clap. Now they just going at it on Twitter.
To come up, they should collab rather than trying to start beef. A month after this, in March 2016, Lucci does an interview with DJ Small's Eyes, where he suggests that he doesn't even know who Young Thug is.
Yfn Thug.
I don't know him.
Yeah, that's how you know niggas be into it and start saying shit like that.
At that point, it would make sense for Lucci to set his pride and
how that should be
aside and focus on his buzzing music career. By this point, Lucci was just about getting to that next level. Since joining up with CEO Fly of Think It's a Game Entertainment, he went on to drop his follow-up mixtape Wish Me Well 2, just about landing in on the Billboard charts at position 183.
That's what that was a hard tape.
Real chart here, with Lucci
and
Fly both pulling up for a celebratory interview on The Breakfast Club. And in this interview, Lucci had some choice words, not just for Young Thug, but also his fiancée Jerica. Doubling down on his earlier tweet shooting his shot at her, with Lucci saying he'll holler at whoever he wants.
Now I saw you also was tweeting at Young Thug's fiance.
If that was his girl, that was his girl. You smell me?
Okay, so you didn't know, maybe.
Hey man, we in the street, man. I met everybody.
Not long after
this nigga crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I respect him for not backing down though. He ain't be like, you feel me, thug, like he wasn't scared.
Keeps around him now has street credentials.
Right. Time to hang in the streets, man. We been did that.
What about your circle of people that was with you in Atlanta before everything started moving?
They still with me. Yfn BC. Like all of us, we grew up together. Blood brothers to best friends, and we were like 8. So you know, it can get.
But ironically, while Lucci is
that's the thing about it being in the country. Y'all ass gonna know each other since y'all was in Pampers for real.
Young Thug's career is progressing.
Gonna be cool like it too.
Speed. Let's not forget, as Lucci was just signing his very first deals, Young Thug was running around on yachts with Birdman, living the lifestyle, and slowly putting together a string of hits.
Oh God.
Lucci was making baby steps.
He ain't back down though. He ain't back down at all though. He kept that street shit going. 110%.
In 2014, Young Thug signed to 300 Entertainment, and in 2015, in response to a large amount of his music leaking, Thug would end up dropping a colossal amount of music. His controversial Barter 6 project released, with the album's title Barter 6, sparking a furious feud with Lil Wayne, who had named a number of his albums the Carter.
I mean, yeah, I forgot they did low-key get into it.
And Lil Wayne's tour bus being shot up by an affiliate of Young Thug and Birdman, an incident that I covered in a separate video years ago.
Yeah, gotta watch that. For sure, gotta watch that, Traplo.
Following the huge success of Barter
For
6,
sure.
Thug would then go on to drop 2 installments of his Prime Season series. Overwhelmingly positive.
2 of the hardest tapes to ever drop.
Featured the classic Young Thug single.
I tell you what, I tell you what, I tell you what. Funny, y'all know about that Slime Season 2. Y'all know about it.
Position for an enormous 2016. And whilst Yfn Lucci was getting his very first Billboard successes with his Wish Me Well 2 mixtape, Young Thug was going mainstream. He'd landed a Calvin Klein campaign.
Right.
He dropped charting singles with Travis Scott and Usher.
Pick up the phone, baby. Ooh.
And probably most iconic,
y'all don't know about that. He was going crazy.
Jeffrey, coming along with that famous
crazy.
cover art where Young Thug wore a dress. Now, Jeffrey and its cross-dressing cover art stoked a lot of discussion in hip-hop about masculinity, gender, and self-image in a genre of music that's generally not known for its dress-wearing rappers.
Right.
Now, Thug would later go on to try and reclaim some gangster points, suggesting that the only reason he wore a dress is so that he could hide an AK-47 under it. But the reality is, a gangster throwing a dress on the cover of their album is always going to generate a lot of...
I mean, that shit was hard, man.
Jeffrey was
hard.
Peaking at number 8.
Everybody knows what's going on with Thug.
Bringing the discourse in hip-hop forward about 10 years. After Jeffrey, Young Thug had cemented himself as a trap rap icon.
Yeah.
As a result, the streams and sales were rolling in. Young Thug was one of the hottest commodities in town, and everyone was lining up to throw a bag at him. So following the
everybody wants to fuck with Thug shit. Thug's making the city hot. No cap.
His plan of making
no cap. No cap. No cap. Real talk.
With Lyle Cohen of 300 Entertainment.
Yeah.
His own sub-record label, YSL. Now, to this day, it's still not definitively clear what the S in YSL stands for. Is it Young Stoner Life, Young Slime Life, Young Slapped Life? It doesn't really matter.
It can mean anything.
Young Thug had finally and truly bossed up, escaping the blocks of Cleveland Avenue, making a whole bunch of hit records.
Yeah, bro, he did that, man. A lot of millionaires in the process.
Finally bring his vision for a label to life and legitimately put on all of the friends and family who had been there with him, helping him survive from the early days.
Respect that. Gotta love that.
It was an incredible
did that for
Thug that likely inspired many more aspiring rappers to do the very same. And in the following year, Yfn Lucci would try and level up too, making bigger inroads into the music industry and building himself an empire. However, unfortunately, as Lucci was growing in the music business, his past ties to the streets remained. And as he would continue to use his music to reflect on his dark past, sadly that same past would come back to haunt him.
Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. From the streets to the tweets. Let's see what's going on.
He would honor his lost friend Big Nut.
It's like some regular street nut right now. Regular street shit.
Long Live Nut. This release was a success, landing at number 27 on the Billboard charts and spawning the hit single Every Day We Lit with PNB Rock, landing at number
4 Every Day We Lit was definitely a hit, still getting played to this day.
Lucci's career, and a track that is, in my opinion, a certified classic. But it wasn't all good news for Yfn Lucci in 2017, however. Lucci was arrested in 2017 after refusing to pull over and fleeing from the cops, eventually being arrested at gunpoint, being caught with 3 weapons, but fortunately, no drugs, despite the police claiming that they could smell marijuana. With Lucci himself balling in the back of a cop car, with 2 chains on, looking clean and unbothered. Apparently following this incident,
chilling. Atlanta, I don't think they can chase no more.
And still managing to make a big show in another state. A close call for Lucci, but unfortunately, he couldn't stay out of trouble. Again, in June 2017, he's arrested in Tennessee alongside Lil Wayne's daughter Reginae, who he was dating at the time.
He was dating Reginae, I forgot about that.
Lucci was getting a whole bunch of attention, both good and bad. Meanwhile, in 2017, Young Thug had spent months crafting a country-inspired new mixtape.
Easy Breezy Thugger Girls.
Beautiful Thugger Girls, or EBBTG for short. It was eventually released under the title Beautiful Thugger Girls on the 16th of June 2017. This date was
nigga.
The birthday of Tupac Shakur. And
nigga.
A lot of different Tupac-related things were going on around the time of Tupac's
That shit was
birth.
beautiful.
This included the release of long-awaited Tupac biopic.
All Eyes on Me. Definitely had to see that.
There was also Yfn Lucci who had released a tribute song to Tupac called Like Pac on Tupac's birthday too.
Right.
Now, this wouldn't have been a big deal had Young Thug not hopped on Twitter a couple of days later, revealing to the world that he had actually dropped his Beautiful Thugger Girls album on Tupac's birthday on purpose, because as he said in his tweet, he is the new Pac, and that Young Thug is the thug that Tupac didn't get to become.
I feel what he's saying though, cause he feel like, cause from what I understand, Tupac was like on some trend setting, trying new things, that wave, you feel me, starting the wave. And Thug pretty much on the same shit, with the dress and with the bandana for Pac and for the dress for, you know what I'm saying, Thug and everything, it's kind of like the same thing. I mean, let me know if I'm tweaking, that's how I feel.
Thug saying that he was going to finish what Tupac started. Now, this kind of comment naturally didn't rub hip-hop purists up the right way.
You know, all the old heads up their ass with it.
Let's not forget who's truly to blame for the Young Thug Tupac comparisons. Wyclef Jean, who was the first person to originally start calling Young Thug the new Tupac in 2016. But anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Wyclef Jean said it, so Wyclef said it's gotta be what's up.
And in response to Thug's tweets, Lucci piped up on Twitter himself, saying Tupac would have never worn a dress, clown emoji. Now, Thug responded to this with cryptic tweets, questioning whether Lucci was big mad or little mad, and calling him a peon and a buster. But then Thug's tweets took a little bit more of a dog.
Right.
As he went on to say that Lucci should humble himself and thank God that he's in a position to take care of his mother. You know, the one who was shot in his home, with Thug to suggest
his ass crazy.
Too much could lead to Lucci being put to sleep.
His ass crazy.
This very brief flare-up for all of Twitter to see. The real feud between these two remained beneath the surface.
Oh, bro, in the streets for real.
That summer, Thug would go on to have the biggest debut of his entire career, his feature on chart-topping global hit Havana with Camila Cabello. Meanwhile, Lucci, still relatively new to becoming a Billboard charting successful rapper, is being profiled by rap media organizations like Complex, talking about how all of his dreams have finally come true through the music.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Lucci was coming up during that time.
In Atlanta, things were still pretty dangerous for both sides. One incident did make its way to the media.
What happened?
Been pretty well hidden since it happened.
What happened?
The January 12th shooting of YSL rapper Lil Duke.
Duke got shot?
Atlanta's Magic City nightclub, when apparently following a confrontation inside the club, Duke was chased out of the club by a man with a gun, eventually being shot outside.
Damn, I didn't even know he got shot.
Leaked. Duke was chased by 4 men, being shot in his shoulder and foot and left bleeding heavily. He was able to flee to a nearby Greyhound bus terminal, where he found safety and was eventually taken to hospital.
That's
now,
crazy.
This incident was generally kept under wraps, but a surveillance clip from the incident leaked online around a year after it happened. But since then, that clip has been...
That's crazy, I never heard about it.
Now, after a lot of digging, I was actually able to find that clip, but I'm not going to risk putting that up on YouTube. I mean, this kind of incident just goes to show you, no matter how much success you or your team can achieve in the music industry,
anything is possible, anything can happen.
As the shadow of past events continues to follow you into the present. But despite the dangers his team were facing in the streets, this didn't stop Young Thug continuing to provide opportunity for his team and his family.
Got to still put on.
Saw Young Thug releasing his first YSL label compilation album called Slime Language. Meanwhile, Yfn Lucci was also having a great 2018 focusing on music. His March 2018 album release, Ray Ray from Summerhill, ends up going 14 on Billboard, the highest project of his career.
Gotta love it, that shit was hard.
There's no shortage of controversy surrounding Lucci either. In July 2018, he gets arrested once again, this time on video.
Yo, Lucci is dead ass getting arrested right there. Holy f, this is motherfucking Lucci.
Why is she tweaking like that?
Now, towards the end of 2018, there was a brief glimmer of hope that maybe Young Thug and Yfn Lucci might be on the road to making amends, when both Lucci and Thug appeared on separate tracks on the same project, Atlanta rap legend T.I.'s Dime Trap. Unfortunately, this didn't lead to any kind of reconciliation between these two sides, and T.I.'s album would ultimately be the closest we would ever get to seeing these two ATL giants squash the beef and jump on a track together. Moving forward into 2019, the unfortunate truth is, the beef would reignite, and Yfn Lucci and Young Thug would once again go back and forth exchanging deadly threats, once again on Twitter.
God damn, I'm saying, bro, we gotta stop. We just gotta get some money at some point, bro, because, you know, Thug locked up on a RICO. I think Lucci locked up on a RICO too, and locked up on some crazy shit, bro. Maybe if y'all just, and you know, you still trying to stab niggas in jail and shit, I'm saying, like, maybe if y'all just got together and stopped beefing, y'all could both get out of jail, we could get some new music. And y'all can see y'all family and everything, man, because I know y'all ain't trying to be in that slammer. I wasn't trying to be in that slammer. I was in there for less than 24 hours. This shit, I'm out.